Check it out, y'all. It's looking like Iman Shumpert might just be swallowing his pride right about now and begging his ex Teyana Taylor to nix the divorce and give him another chance. This is happening only a few days after everything got finalized. As most of us already know, Iman and Teyana been on shaky ground for a minute, especially after she came out and spilled how he did her super dirty during their marriage, which eventually made her file for divorce in the first place. But word on the street says Iman is fiending for a comeback, either because he realized he messed up big time or because he's shook about possibly landing in hot water, thanks to the lawsuit Teyana just hit him with. The timing is wild, because Iman has been out here losing his mind over Teyana's new boo, Aaron Pierre. We're talking serious jealousy, trying to stir up drama and break them up just because he can't stand seeing her move on. And now fans are like, boy, if you're so jealous, is that the only reason you want Teyana back? Y'all know how it is. Folks are guessing it ain't about actual love, it's just about not wanting her with somebody else. It also doesn't help that once upon a time, these two were considered the epitome of black love in Hollywood. Now Iman's apparently using that to reel Teyana back in and push Aaron out the picture. But we gotta remember, Aaron is black too, so there's no reason that can't count as a fresh new display of black love. The question is, will Teyana really fall for Iman's new sweet talk? And is he truly a changed man, or just a salty ex who can't stand being replaced? Trust me, it's a hot mess with all these obsessive vibes, legal battles, and general chaos. So go on and grab that popcorn, because we're about to dig all the way into it. Even though Iman's talking about how he wants to fix their relationship for the sake of their marriage, fans think the real reason is that their divorce settlement didn't land in his favor. And apparently, he's frantic to dodge paying up what he owes. According to what's being passed around, he's on some, but think of the kids. They need both parents in the house so they can witness black love and excellence. Meanwhile, Teyana's people are side-eyeing him like, oh, so now you care? Why weren't you acting like that before? This whole family collapsed because of your actions, Iman. Don't forget, this man cheated on her, took her for granted, and basically acted brand new when they were still under the same roof. Now he thinks she's gonna give him a second shot after all that wreckage? Boy, bye. But rumor has it he's laying it on thick, swearing that he's changed and would never play her foul again. And guess what? Folks ain't buying it because he's on the hook to shell out money to Teyana, and this dude is evidently trying to dodge those bills. And it's not exactly chump change he's hiding from either. Apparently back in 2024, a Fulton County judge in Georgia ruled that he had to cough up a one-time 7-figure payment to Teyana, plus continue to pay her $8,000 every month in child support, and on top of that, cover private school tuition for both of their daughters, Junie and Rue. Meanwhile, he's allowed to keep his Shumpert investments, a condo in Miami, and 2 more homes in South Georgia and Decatur. Teyana scored full ownership of her businesses, TaylorMade and Auntie's. And let's not forget all her jewelry, her Maybach, her Mercedes Sprinter, her tour bus, and that Bronco truck. Then there's also the 4 marital properties, reportedly worth several million, that Teyana hung on to, although the exact details are hush-hush. Trust me, that's still a big win for her. Since Iman clearly didn't want to fork over that kind of dough, he tried taking the case back to court, only for the judge to hit him with basically the same ruling recently. And not only does he have to cough up all that money, he's paying his fancy celebrity divorce lawyers again, which means he's coughing up even more coins. And y'all know that in these big shot divorces, lawyers are charging an arm, a leg, and probably your firstborn. Now combine all of that with the fact that Iman's been out here claiming he ain't really making any money these days. You see where this is going, right? Here's what's interesting. When rumors first started swirling about Teyana and Aaron Pierre, aka Mufasa, getting close, Iman wasn't trying to win her back at all. He was out here acting like a mad, jealous ex, allegedly trying to make trouble for them and sabotage the relationship out of spite. Word was, he even tried to jump Aaron at one point, but I ain't one to gossip, I'm just repeating what folks said. Either way, he never made a move to fix things with Teyana at that time. Instead, he came off bitter, petty, and more interested in tearing her down. But then, as soon as he got served with that hefty bill in court, oh, now he remembers she's the love of his life and that the kids need mommy and daddy in the same house. What's really wild is Teyana never actually wanted the divorce to happen to begin with. She filed multiple times, only to call it off in hopes of saving their family. She was so committed to giving him chances, hoping he'd change. But apparently, Iman was out there living his best life with a bunch of Instagram baddies, back to back, sometimes even in their kids' room. Like, come on. And speaking of the kids, remember that time he tried to get back at Teyana by shutting off the utilities in the house where the kids were staying with her? In the dead of winter, y'all. That's next level trifling. Teyana had the funds to turn everything back on, thank goodness. But how petty can you be, especially with little ones in the house? This was all because Teyana got tired of him cheating, so he lashed out like that. Yet Teyana still tried to cover for him and denied publicly that he shut off the utilities, basically telling the media, "Stop making up stuff, mind your business, respect our privacy." But later on, actual court documents confirmed he really did it, proving Teyana was still protecting this man, at least for the children's sake. A lot of women in her position would have aired him out for filth, but she kept her cool. Now, get this. On top of all that, he's apparently trying to bully her into scrapping the divorce, or he'll keep dragging her back to court. Sources close to him claim he's itching to contest the divorce judgment again if Teyana won't let him back in. Meanwhile, he's forever repeating that Teyana makes more than he does, about $93,000 a month before taxes, compared to his $47,000 or so. But it's like, if you really want your family back, why are you out here threatening more court drama? Clearly, it's not adding up. The way it looks, his main motive might actually be that tall, gorgeous man Teyana's been rolling with. I mean, can we blame Iman for being pressed about Aaron Pierre? The man is fine, y'all, and Teyana and Aaron look like a power couple. Aaron's star is on the rise. He's scoring invites to all the top events, and Teyana's always on his arm. They look bomb together, and the whole internet is eating it up. Meanwhile, Iman's stuck on the sidelines, looking salty and scribbling down rap bars or something. And notice how when Iman was with Teyana, women were constantly throwing themselves at him, or so it appeared, since there was always some new cheating rumor circulating every other week. But ever since the divorce dropped, it's like crickets out there. He apparently ain't pulling the kind of baddies he used to, and it's giving serious dusty vibes, like maybe the mystique is gone. That might also explain why he's suddenly so consumed with trying to get Teyana back. Let's be real though, most fans absolutely do not want Teyana to give him the time of day, considering all that he's put her through. And we know what they say, a leopard doesn't just up and change its spots. Apart from the nonsense with shutting off the utilities, he's been grimy in other ways. Teyana even accused him of stealing from her, like literally snatching nearly $4 million from their joint account, leaving her to handle a $200,000 home renovation bill all by herself. TMZ also reported that Teyana said she fought to keep their family stable, even though Iman was mentally and emotionally harming her. She tried sticking around for better or worse, but after she quietly filed for divorce, he sweet-talked her into making up, only for him to get caught in more cheating nonsense. It was embarrassing, humiliating, and exhausting. She also mentioned that as his NBA career wound down, she used her connections to get him roles in Hollywood. But all he did was keep on bickering, which led her to try and divorce him in 2021. She backtracked that one, hoping they could patch things up, but the goodwill didn't last long at all. He stayed all up in his insecure feelings, especially as basketball opportunities dried up. Teyana says in 2022, it got so bad that she felt manipulated and controlled, which made her file for divorce yet again. She even withdrew it the very next day, just to give him yet another chance. But by January of last year, she finally tapped out, realizing it was nothing but an emotional roller coaster. Now, Iman's all over social media, talking about how he wants to be a good dad and raise the kids under the same roof. But from what Teyana's said, he was never even that hands-on to begin with. According to the documents, he would smoke around the kids and was sometimes under the influence while taking care of them. One incident even has him putting both kids, who were under 8 at the time, in a rideshare in Chicago by themselves to head to the United Center while he took a private ride. Yeah, that's unbelievably reckless, especially in a city they weren't too familiar with. To top it off, Teyana's always trying to encourage him to spend time with their children, offering extra days. But he refuses, claiming he needs more than 3 days' notice. And this is the guy who claims he wants the whole family back together? Okay, sure. Sounds like he's the type to ignore his kids to punish their mom for daring to leave him, which is so sad. He tried to paint Teyana as some kind of unfit mother, but people who actually know the situation, like her mama and their nannies, have all testified she's a super mom who's always on top of everything, helping with homework, making sure their hair and clothes are on point, teaching them manners, the whole 9 yards. Even the nanny said Teyana's the real deal. We can definitely believe that. And remember, Teyana gave him chance after chance. She would ride for him publicly, even when fans were dragging him. Even when she announced they'd split, she still gave him grace, clarifying that cheating wasn't behind the breakup and that they still kill it as co-parents. She said she just wanted folks to stop twisting the narrative. That's how loyal she was, and how did he repay that loyalty? By making things even tougher on her. So when we started hearing the rumors that he was begging her to take him back for the kids, we worried maybe she'd cave, since she really cares about her children and wants the best for them. But thankfully, word is she's got her head in the right place now, and a good man on her arm, too. She's apparently committed to deepening her bond with Aaron Pierre, yes, Mufasa, who's supposedly the complete opposite of Iman. He's respectful, sweet, and treats her like a queen. Things Teyana didn't really get from Iman. So it's basically sounding like Iman is about to be thoroughly disappointed because Teyana has made it clear he's old news and that Mufasa is the star of her show these days. To top it all off, Teyana is calling Iman out for intentionally leaking all the details of their messy divorce just to have folks come at her. She claims he's been dropping shady stories to the press so that public opinion goes against her. And rumor has it, it's all for clout because he's got a new rap project or single out that he's trying to promote. If this is how he's aiming to win her back, it's an epic fail. All he's really doing is burning that bridge even more. So what y'all think? Is Iman actually gonna break Teyana down and get her to call off the divorce? Or is she holding tight to Mufasa and refusing to budge? And is Iman really gonna keep dragging her to court? Or is he just talking big? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, then peep this next video for more on the situation.